to run into this place. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so right now I'm at work. I am going through some invoices. So basically what I do, I work with a engineering firm, and I basically just run like the in-house stuff. When I do design, that's basically my own business. I don't really do that for other people in their business. I do that on my own because I get to follow my own rules and, you know, get a little bit more creative, and you're your own boss. Like, nothing beats that. So actually what I wanted to talk about was making that transition from Jamaica to Canada, and things that people actually really miss, and things that people don't talk about, and information that is so lacking. You know, I don't know what it is with us as people, why information is so hard to share. And I think that happens a lot amongst black folks, because every other culture, they definitely share with each other. They understand that if you are educated and if you know something, it's beneficial to everyone. But for some reason, like, some black folks just think if me have it, then me have power over you. Or if you're gonna get the information, then that means you might do better than me, which is very, very sad, because there is enough on earth for everyone. You just have to really find your thing and do it the best way you know how. There's nothing new. So I don't know why sharing of the information is such a hard thing to do. So yeah, I think one of the first thing that I want to talk about is when you're being filed for, right? And you are gonna move, start getting information on, oh seriously, first thing when you type on it now, go right. Yeah, so start getting information on the location as to where you're going, information on if you're gonna come up, if you're gonna work, if there's any jobs within the particular field that you're in, if you know the bus route, how frequent does the bus runs, if you're going to move with your children, if the school is have aftercare programs, or you know, what's the kind of activities that's in that town that you would want your child to partake in. I would say start putting your resume together, and the person to which you're going to stay with, because you have to definitely stay with someone before you know you start to understand how things work. So I would say, you know, ask that person question, let them send you stuff, and you know, start sending your resume. Maybe they could find someone that could, you know, doctor it up for you. Yeah, so I would think that you should definitely reach out and start gathering information before you go. So for instance, if you have, you know, certain levels of skills, maybe you're a hairdresser, or maybe you're a mechanic, or maybe you were into real estate, or even if you've worked in an office, you kind of want to know, because a lot of people come here thinking that you'll be able to get a job based on what you were doing before. 98% of the time, that's not how it goes, unless you know somebody that's in a position somewhere that could get you in. Other than that, you have to start maybe working at a restaurant, or sometimes working in a factory, or you know, taking a job that most people probably think is below what their standards are, their level of education. So I would say brace yourself for that as well. And another thing is, especially if you're coming up with children, um, like I said, definitely know the school system, and the aftercare is really, really important because jobs here, if you're lucky to find one with a set time, yeah. So you definitely have to know or have an idea rather as to what that would look like for your kids that's going into something new. I don't know if many persons want to go as far as to learn, like, how they teach and what level and stuff your child would start at, but if you can get that information, kudos. Kudos, because the system is different, so it's best to learn. Yeah. So I just think if you want to learn about the schooling system, go ahead and do that. Learn about the bus routes, learn about the laws, learn about all those things before you come up here. And I would say to persons who are welcoming people, understand that this is new. Understand that, yes, we understand it's your space, and it's going to be uncomfortable to have someone in your space that you're not used to having there. And sometimes it's all in our heads, this space thing, and I want my space, and we start to treat people horribly. There's so many horror stories of persons moving abroad to friends or family members and getting this horrible treatment of that they did not put on themselves. Now, if you're going to move into someone's home, know the rules. If this is someone who don't play loud music and always have people over, or they're buying the groceries and you're eating it up, or you're turning up the TV extra loud, or you just kind of just doing a little bit too much that they're not used to, remember, it's not your place. So you have to adhere to their rules. Some persons here, when they're doing laundry, they do it at a certain time. Learn that as well. Some persons are very clean. They keep their place very, very clean, very organized. Keep up with that as well. you know um just be very mindful of going into situations like that. But I just think if we learn to work more together, we will be able to propel each other a little bit more. I just think we have this selfish notion, or police are coming here with the idea that you're going to make this bag of money and you're going to be rich, because in Jamaica, when you get money from abroad, the exchange rate is different. No, the cost of living adds up to what you earn. So if you're taking home 2,500 Canadian a month, you have to factor in that money is taking care of your cost of living here. So your rent might be over $1,000. Your commute might cost you maybe $300 to $400 a month. You have your groceries, and then you have different seasons. So you have to think about buying clothes, shoes, boots, socks, hat, gloves during the winter time, springtime, spring jacket, maybe different type of shoes. Then you have the summer where it's that summer attire. You have to consider that as well. And then a lot of things happen to your skin. You kind of want to spend a little money and still maintain your skin and all of that. So the money that you make goes to your life. So you won't be making that money and all of a sudden everything is going to be in the bank and you're still living life. No. No, 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 no. Another thing that I think, as you go along, learn about your taxes, and the most important, credit. I wish I had someone that had sat me down and said, this is how it works. Many of us who moved from the Caribbean, who used to a cash life, when are really into credit cards and all of these things, did not get that lesson of how to manage credit. And foreign is big on that. credit scores, watching how you pay your bills, all of these things. And a lot of people fall into the trap. They don't really understand it, and still people who have lived there many years still don't understand it. So if you can get the basics as to protecting your credit score, paying your bills, and just not putting yourself in a position where most people do take out these expensive cars and investing in these really expensive places to live, and things do add up. They really, really do add up. So I just think those are the basic things, and I can go into depth with a lot more stuff, but for right now we're gonna stay here and then tune in for the next video where I'm kind of will show you the real estate. So you're looking to rent, what it costs, you're looking to buy, what it costs, depending on the location, where provides certain jobs, and how to really navigate when you're making that move, how to deal with everything. And yeah, it should definitely, I hope this helped. I hope this video will help someone. I really, really, really would love for persons to benefit, because trust me, I wish I had someone that sat me down and be like, listen, this, but I hope this helps someone.